Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Echo Aftab. In my today's class, we are going to understand about elasticity of demand. Less elastic or more elastic? Elasticity of demand. Myself Aftab Bhai. So before understanding about elasticity of demand, I would like to go back to one of the concepts that we understood in our earlier sessions, and that is about demand function. What do you mean by demand function? Demand function shows the relationship between dependent variable and independent variables. So here quantity demanded is dependent variable, and there are many other factors which determines the demand. They are all the independent variables, such as QD is equal to F of P, that is price, Y, that is income, PR refers to prices of related goods, and A, it refers to advertisement. Apart from this, there are many other factors which determine demand, such as taste of the consumers, preferences of the consumers, climatic conditions, growth of population, composition of population. There are many other determinants, but for our topic of elasticity, I will limit myself only to these four variables. See, I am trying to link the demand function with elasticity of demand. Now, in this, we are already understood what is law of demand. Law of demand, what it says, other things remaining constant, you can see all the other things have become fade. Now, what remains is P. So, if quantity demanded is a function of P, other things remaining constant, that becomes our law of demand. So, law of demand shows the relationship between price and demand. So, what we understood in the earlier session, if price increases, quantity demanded decreases, and if price decreases, quantity demanded increases. So, in both these situations, what is happening? If one variable increasing, the other variable is decreasing, or there is an inverse relationship between both these variables. So, here what we are understanding under law of demand is the change in direction of the variables. But if we want to know how much the price has changed, that is, we want to know about the magnitude of the change in price and the magnitude of the change in demand, that is, how much price has changed and how much the demand has changed, law of demand doesn't help us to understand the magnitude. So, for this particular purpose, friends, we need to understand one new concept, and that is price elasticity. So, what is price elasticity? Price elasticity tells us how much demand has changed because of change in price. So, this is when you keep all other variables constant and keep only the price as the variable factor, then what will happen? Law of demand is in operation, and law of demand only tells us about direction. If we want to know about the magnitude, then we need to know price elasticity. Similarly, going ahead, if you keep price constant and if you keep income as a variable factor over here, then what will happen? Quantity demanded becomes a function of income. And if this is the case, what does this tells us? This tells us the relationship between income and demand. Now, what type of relationship is there between income and demand? If the income of the consumer increases, the demand will also increase. So, both are moving in the same direction. Or the opposite of that, if the income of the consumer decreases, the quantity demanded will also decrease. You can see here. There is third situation, sometimes the income of the consumer increases and the quantity demanded decreases. There is an inverse relationship that appears between income and demand with regard to a certain special category of goods. That will be studying later on, but as of now, again here we are understanding two things. One is, if the income increases, the demand increases, or if the income decreases, the demand decreases, or in some special situations, if the income increases, the demand decreases. Again here we are speaking about direction, but the question is, what about the magnitude of the change? How much income has changed and because of that how much demand has changed. To understand this particular thing, we need to bring into the picture income elasticity. What does income elasticity tells us? It tells us how much demand has changed because of change in income. Now, going back to the demand function, if quantity demanded is a function of price, we saw it is price elasticity. If quantity demanded is a function of income, we saw it is income elasticity. Now, we will take the third variable. What will happen if quantity demanded is a function of price of related goods? So, here we will understand about relationship between price and demand of related goods. Now, the question comes, what do you mean by related goods? Friends, learners, related goods refers to two types of goods which are related to each other, and that we will be understanding now. Let us say there is price of Y commodity and demand for X commodity. So, in this situation, if I say price of coffee and if I say demand for tea, then what will happen? Now, you being a consumer, if you see, if the price of coffee increases, it means coffee has become costly for you. So, what will you do? So, instead of buying coffee, you will go on for buying tea. So, price of coffee has increased, because of which demand for tea has increased. Now, what type of relationship is there between coffee and tea? As I told you, coffee and tea are related to each other. How they are related to each other? Are they friends or they are rivals? They are not friends, they are rivals. So, if one's price is increasing, the quantity demanded of other is increasing. This is one situation. In some other situation, if I say price of Y and demand of X, what will happen if the price of Y falls down? If I say, if the price of gasoline, if the price of fuel, or if the price of petrol decreases, what will happen to the demand for petrol cars? Price of petrol has fallen, the demand for cars will increase. So, here in one situation we are saying there is a direct relationship, that is between rivals, and here without petrol cars do not move, they are incomplete without each other, and they are called as complementary goods. So, again in this case, friends, you can see there are certain types of goods which are substitute to each other, and there are certain types of goods which are complementary to each other. Substitutes, what is happening over here? The slope is positive, both the variables move in the same direction, whereas in case of complementary goods they move in the opposite direction. Here again, to understand this particular concept with regard to the magnitude in the change of price of Y and quantity of X, we need to understand what is cross elasticity of demand. So, when you speak about substitute goods and complementary goods, we are speaking about cross elasticity of demand. Now, what is cross elasticity of demand? Cross elasticity of demand tells us how much demand of X commodity has changed because of change in price of Y commodity. So, here this thing plays a very important role, that is how much the demand of a particular commodity has changed. What is the change in demand because of change in price of Y commodity? So, here this Y commodity and X commodity, it can be substitutes or else it can be complementary goods. Now, going back to the demand function, if I bring into the picture advertisements, keeping other things constant, what will happen? So, if quantity demanded is a function of advertisement, here you can see relationship between advertisements and demand. So, recently one ad has become very famous with regard to cold drinks, where Hrithik Roshan has been the brand ambassador. So, if the expenditure of the company increases, what will happen? The psychology plays a very important role over here in advertising management. So, the demand for due also increases. And in some situations you can see, if the company stops giving advertisement, the product fades away from the memory of the customers. So if the advertisement expenditure reduces, people will buy those particular commodities which is in their memory, so the demand reduces. So again, with regard to advertisement and demand, if the advertisement expenditure increases, demand is increasing, and if the advertisement expenditure is decreasing, demand is decreasing. Now comes the question whether the company should go on increasing the advertisement expenditure or there is a limit to that. Yes, the limit is the companies need to know how elastic the demand is for the advertisement. Matlab, how much the demand will change if there is a change in advertisement expenditure. That is understood by advertisement elasticity. So how much demand has changed for a particular commodity because of change in advertisement expenditure is called as advertisement elasticity. So friends, when with the help of demand function, we understood what is happening to demand because of change in the variables. This change in variables in law of demand, if you see it, what is happening? Direction is known, but when you want to know the magnitude, we need to understand elasticity. So based on that, I introduced to you the different types of elasticity. So the first we understood was price elasticity or price elastic demand. Second was income elasticity of demand. Third was cross elasticity of demand, and fourth one is advertisement elasticity of demand. So with this introduction, friends, I stop my class over here, and in my next class I will start with the first point, and that is price elasticity of demand. So till my next class, as usual, thank you very much for being with me, for being with Understanding Economics with Professor Aftab. So till my next video, please take care of yourself, be happy, stay tuned. Thank you.